Good morning. We invite any of the children that are out there and young people to share at the screens of their iPhones or their iPad or their computer and just join us for this moment. And Jackson is here again to just be a part of this. I want to talk to you today about fishing and my own fishing experiences. I was talking with Susan a bit as we were filming this today. And she said her fishing experiences were awesome and terrific. And she went fishing with her dad. And her dad didn't expect her to put the worm on the hook or to take the fish off the hook. And so my very first experience was really around putting the worm on the hook and taking the fish off. My grandpa Samuel took me fishing in what was called the Tombigbee, which is a big waterway in Mississippi. And I was about 5.5 years old. It was my first probably real fishing excursion or experience outside of just a little pole that I had on my own that I would put in the water. But Grandpa wanted me to bait the hook, and I just couldn't do it. It was almost like in my mind I heard the worm screaming, right? So he baited the hook, and then actually within about 10 minutes, I had a fish. I'd caught a fish. And then I pulled the fish in, and I literally dropped the pole and the fish and ran after I saw the fish. And then Grandpa Samuel wanted me to take the fish off the hook, and I couldn't do that either. So that was kind of my first fishing experience. And I think my grandpa kind of gave up on me at that point. But then my sister's boyfriend, Jim, took me out fishing. And he played guitar and played mostly country songs. And we went out again in the Tombigbee, and we sat in a boat for literally 5 hours. And for a kid who is now at that point, I'm about 9 years old, that was no, I was 10 years old, 11 years old. That was really hard just before I moved to Chicago to sit in a boat that long and be quiet, right? Because you got to be quiet so the fish bite and they don't hear you. And then my brother-in-law would play the guitar. And he would play the guitar quietly, and then he would fall asleep. And he was asleep for probably an hour and a half. And here I am, this little kid, all this energy, right? Very frustrated. So honestly, I've never really had good fishing experiences. And to this day, as I was thinking about it, and the story for today, I don't even have a fishing pole. But I'm sure most of you have probably done some fishing. It's a wonderful thing to do. I understand that people even fish our canals. So if you were here, it would be an awesome thing to have a pool set up and do some fishing, but we don't have an opportunity to do that. But the other thing I want to mention, and I don't mention this to the adult sermon, is that Jesus calls us to fish for people. And I think that means that Jesus calls us just to share our love, to share mercy, to share goodness, and to share kindness with those in your household, your brothers and sisters, your parents, your grandparents, and those outside your household. So thanks for being here. We're just grateful for all of you and cannot wait until we are back together face to face. Peace.